Hey. Good morning. The time is currently 4:17, and I went to bed at 8 p.m. and slept for like 6 hours, and now I'm up, about to eat dinner, and I have nothing better to do. So let's go ahead and watch Chasing Dallas season 5 episode. I don't remember. Let's just get into it.
Hey, yo, Ebony. They might get mad at you for this one, mama.
Take a seat with Ebony. We gon' talk about everything. Go get these lies. Maybe shake a little rise. Fill up your glass. TV with Clive. Take a seat with Ebony. We gon' talk about everything. Go get these lies. Maybe shake a little rise. Fill up your glass. TV with Clive. Fill up your glass. Maybe shake a little.
Okay, so the episode starts. We back home in Dallas. The trip is over. And so Jet Jeff and Keyshawn are going over what happened. So Jet Jeff is explaining to him about the whole thing with Kesey and Astro and Seven cutting the monkey and how he was attacked and all of these other things. And JC kept calling him J-Lo, and they was all the microaggressions and all that stuff, and just hashing it out. And Sean, of course, shading fuck out of everybody, because that's what Sean does, and we love him for it, taking up for his friend. And how Astro apologized and then took it back and then started to show his hot pots. And something about Astro being salty, and that's why he called Kesey, because the chef, and told him the chef was backing it up on 7, because Ted Lee and the chef was hugged up together, and Ted Lee was getting his lick back for Astro sleeping with his man. Like, it was a lot. I feel like these were details that we needed to know beforehand, but okay, fine. And then we then go to Seven and Jet Jeff being in the studio together, and Seven apologizing for how he acted and what he said, and saying that he's not a colorist, even though he made a lot of colorist statements. And they getting on a track together, I guess, as a symbol of them being okay with each other, now that they both apologized to each other and they made amends. I don't trust it, but we just gonna go. That's what y'all wanna. That's what we gonna go with. Okay, that's what we gonna go with. Then we go to Ted Lee and JC. Why is Ted Lee dressed like a fancy Freddy Krueger? Like, I don't that's all I could see. The whole conversation, I was trying to concentrate because it got deep and they talked about some real subjects, which we're going to touch on in a second. But first, let's address the knifed, fingernailed elephant in the room. Why are you dressed like Freddy Krueger, sir? Why? What about that orange sweater and that brown Gucci hat? You look like a gay Freddy Krueger, sir. I cannot unsee it now. It's stuck in my head. Not a nightmare on Jason Dallas. Alright, so JC and Ted Lee talk about JC checks in on Ted Lee. He's like, how are you doing, friend? Because all I know is I see you, every time I see you posted up on IG with another nigga, so what's going on? And he was like, those are my friends, blah, blah, blah. I'm not in any relationship. If I'm in a relationship, I'll make an announcement, blah, 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 blah. And JC is like, all I know is when I need to heal from a relationship, I tend to become a recluse, go lick my wounds, then, heal myself and then come back. And he's like, I'm just checking on my friend because that doesn't seem to be his process. And I just want to make sure that he's okay. We love a good supportive friend. And then JC and Tedley start talking about domestic violence in gay relationships, and it seems to be rampant, and they have a lot of different stories of people being hurt in relationships, and abuse is not just physical abuse, it's verbal, it's mental, and just because you're not physically getting hit doesn't mean that you're not being abused. And that is absolutely correct. And so, it was just a good check-in for them to, check in with each other and make sure that the other one is good in what they got going on. But then JC goes into this delusional thing. They start talking about the group, and he talk about I think, and Tedley is like, well, with new people, they just trying to size them up. And he was like, you can't size nobody up who's better than you, who's doing more than you. That's not how that works, Sugarfoot. That is absolutely not how that works. Yes, you can size someone up, regardless of where they are and where you are in life, as in material things and what you're doing in business and things. What does that got to do with sizing up who you are as a person? Let's get into it. Because that's not how any of that works. That's not how any of that works, Sugarfoot. And the fact that you think that that's how that works is disturbing. I feel like you might want to check yourself, check your mind, check your heart. Because what? Nah, baby. You talk about being narcissistic behaviors. I want you to go back and check the definition, and then check your behavior in this moment and see what aligns, because that's not how any of that works, baby. Okay, so we go to commercial, and there's this fuck ass commercial for this documentary about Michael Jackson. If y'all don't let that man be dead and rest in peace, let him be dead, child. He did enough. My God. All right, so we did go to Marquise invites Seven out for dinner, and he's like, that's weird. Baby, okay. We know you're not used to being on a reality show. We're just gonna let that go. And so they rehash what happened, and Marquise is still trying to throw dirt on Jet Jeff, and to hide his messiness with how that whole situation broke out in the first place. I don't like it. Marquise, get on my nerves now. Jesus, I'm praying that this gets better for you, that I don't. Then he talks about JC and how JC was upset with him because he told people, he answered the question that he didn't get paid for that situation. And apparently he didn't get paid for Tedley's book launch either. So not the rich aunties not paying people. Not after JC just went through this whole dissertation about you can't size me up because I'm better. You're better. But you can't afford to pay people. What? Clutches the pearls. Kesey, 70 gives an update that Kesey's still in the doghouse, but that's still his nigga, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And that's that. And then he says that he bonded with Jet Jeff, and they doing this record, and blah 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 blah, wonderful and great. And they still hovering about the Astro and Chef thing, but they still ain't nobody admitted to nothing, so that's gonna be what it is. We didn't go to Jet Jeff and Barbie Bankrose, who needed a bowling alley, and Jet Jeff is catching him up, and he was just like, I feel like after this record I'm gonna be done, because it's just I'm tired of struggling. When is it going to be my turn? I'm working and putting all this work in, and people are undercutting my craft and what I do and my work ethic and all the work that I put in, and just equating it to the fact that I'm light skinned, and not that I've put in all this work for this. So I think I might be done with this after this. So Jet Jeff and Barbara Bay Coils are talking, and she speaks life into Jet. And she's like, "You got it. You got the talent. You just gotta know it for yourself that you got it." She's like, "Don't give up. You right. It's right before your breakthrough is when you want to give up. Don't give up. You got it. Keep pushing. Keep going." And she was like, "This group is bad for my mental, and that's why I haven't really been here." And she's been in London doing some other work, so she ain't really had it to do with being with the group. And if they not good for your mental, girl, y'all fuck them. You gotta be over there with them, and don't. But yeah, now we going to Astro and Kesey. And I'm finna see what this feel like mess already. And they ain't even started talking yet. So we gonna see. Okay. So Astro and Kesey sit down to have a conversation. And Astro apologizes for maybe disseminating the information in a way which made it appear to be something that it wasn't. We found out that the reason that they going through all of this, Kesey and Seven Deep, is because Kesey sent somebody a Happy New Year's message. He said Happy New Year's to somebody in their DMs. He said Happy New Year's. And now they're no longer together. What? Oh, the insecurity. It's just, ooh. Okay, I guess. That conversation with Kesey and Astro, and then they both seem to somehow blame it on Jet Jeff. I'm still not understanding how we was all the way at A and we jumped to J to jump Jet. I don't understand. Or as my friend, somebody called him Jet Jeffrey. I don't understand how this is Jet Jeffrey's fault. It's not. I don't understand. I don't understand. Talk about they like to play with people's relationships. Inquiring or asking a question because they have care for you is playing with your relationship. That doesn't make any sense. I need more clarification because that don't make no damn sense. But we end the episode with Miss Netta and Charles being 2 hours late to the drag brunch that's being held at JC's venue. The people done drunk up all the liquor and all the things. Ted Lee also 2 hours late to the function, but he got there before Miss Netta and Charles. But the food looked cute. The venue looked nice. So, and Miss Netta and Charles finally got there. I don't know what they was going to do. She was going to sing her song, "Charles, your lunch is ready. I only cook for you." But yeah, that's how the episode ended. I have so many questions, but meet me Saturday night at 10 p.m. as me and the straight man will be discussing this episode, and we're gonna talk about stylish as well. Also meet me on somebody's channel probably tomorrow evening sometime. I'm gonna be talking House on Fire, LD's channel. And in between me, Loretta, and El Teddy, we will be discussing this episode of Chasing Dallas on one of. I look for us in the distance, y'all. Okay, but until then, I will see y'all later for something else. Peace out.
Fill up your glass, maybe shake a little eyes.
Yeah.